So you've broken stories, you've written really great articles. I mean, your byline is on major publications, yeah? But when someone searches the topics you've covered for years, your work doesn't surface. When AI summarizes your beats, it doesn't cite you. That's not just frustrating, that's career threatening. Let me explain. And here's the part that I think will terrify you. You see, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, all of them, these tools are becoming the primary way that people consume information. When someone asks them about topics that you've covered, they are pulling from Wikipedia, they are pulling from generic explainers, from sources with worse research and better discoverability. Your original reporting, not even in the conversation. This is not about ego, this is actually about survival. Because the media space has fundamentally changed. Your work doesn't travel the way it used to. Your byline doesn't carry the weight it should. And platforms are evolving faster than newsrooms can adapt. So if your journalism is not discoverable by search engines and referenceable by AI, you are becoming invisible in real time. So let me show you what fixes this. You don't need to abandon journalism. You don't need to become an influencer either. You need two types of content strategy that will make your work discoverable and your expertise dominant. Evergreen architecture and authority positioning. Evergreen architecture is about structuring your journalism so it has life beyond the news cycle. Most articles are written for today's reader and optimized for today's algorithm. But the topics you cover, the industries, the trends, the expertise you've built, they don't expire. Those don't expire. The problem is your work is structured like breaking news, not like reference material. Because here's what most journalists miss. Google and AI don't rank you based on how important your work is. They rank you based on how well your content answers what people are searching for. You see that investigative piece you spent months on? If it's not structured to be found 6 months later, it's already dead in the algorithm. Now, evergreen architecture makes your work discoverable, but authority positioning, that's what makes you the go-to expert, not just another byline. Authority positioning is how you establish yourself as the journalist on your beat, not just someone who covers it. This is your thought leadership beyond the article, your commentary on where the industry is going, your frameworks for understanding complex topics, your original insights that AI should be citing when people ask about your coverage area. Now, I know what you're thinking. I already work for a publication. I don't have time to manage my own social media. I don't have time to manage my own content strategy. It sounds like extra work on top of deadlines. I get it. But here's the reality check. Your publication probably just has SEO strategy. And that strategy is just for the brand that you work for. It's not for your byline. So when your article ranks, the publication wins. When AI cites it, the publication gets mentioned. But you are just the writer. When you move to the next organization, or when the media space shifts again, what do you own? Your clips? Maybe, but not your discoverability. That's exactly what GEO Mastery helps you build. Independent discoverability that travels with you, no matter where you publish. I'm talking about a system for media professionals to make their journalism and expertise findable by search engines, referenceable by AI tools, and positioned as authoritative sources so that your work has life beyond a 48-hour news cycle. Inside the GEO Mastery School of Visibility and Digital Discovery, you get the exact frameworks to structure your content for long-term discoverability, how to optimize your journalism so it ranks months and years later, how to make AI tools cite you when they summarize your beats, how to build authority that protects your career as platforms evolve and newsrooms contract. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. AI is replacing generic reporting. Newsrooms are shrinking. Platforms are changing how content is surfacing. The journalists who survive this shift won't be the ones with the most bylines. They'll be the ones whose expertise is discoverable, whose work is referenceable, whose authority is platform independent. So 53,750 is nothing compared to the career insurance this provides. You didn't get into journalism to be invisible. You didn't build expertise across years of reporting to have it buried in archives. So the problem is not the quality of your work, it's the discoverability of your expertise. And that's exactly what GEO Mastery fixes. Click the link in bio to enroll today. Let's make your journalism as findable as it is valuable. See you inside.